Hey, it's Sunday again. Forget about your worries and be ready for Drumsticks Sunday. Hey, come on, you should know that after making that amazing intro I did last week, I have to use it at least once again. Please be patient on that. I tried to work on something better, but let's work with that for the moment. Welcome again to my house, to Drumsticks Sunday again. It's week 15. I realized today. Okay, it's 15 different pairs of drumsticks I've been using. I know it doesn't sound too much, but believe me, it's a lot of try, a lot of tests. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for being here again, and I hope I think this week something good happened to me because a friend of mine, it's an awesome drummer. We met and he told me, you know what? After I started watching your videos and now I've been really interested. I'm interested. He's interested in trying now himself. That's the whole point. Good for that. That's the whole point of this project. Okay, it's not that you listen to the Spanish ball bird guy, but the idea is to make you try for yourself and try to explore all different sounds and drumsticks. Okay, so let's go for this drumstick week. Okay, sorry for this drumstick, the drumstick I've been using this week. Okay, sorry for my English, working on that too. Okay, let's go for this. This week I've been, as I told you in the past chapter, this week I've been using the new Modern Jazz Collection from VicFirth. It's a new collection that I think it's from the end of the last year. So let's talk a little bit first about this collection. The thing is that VicFirth, as you know, he has tons of drummers that or endorsers or people that collaborate with them. So the thing is that sometimes they do adaptations of different drumsticks for a specific player. Sometimes imagine that somebody, I like this drumstick, but would it be possible to have it with a little bit more taper or with kind of different tip or something like that? So they do that adaptation, but just for that drummer. Okay, so nobody can use that drumstick, really, only that drummer. Okay, after a while they realize that they have some specific adaptations of models or whatever that is kind of common for many people. So they decided to do this new series, this new collection with 5 models. There are 5 models, at least for now. And they are all inspired by jazz drummers, but it's very important to know that, and this is what I think, this is not these drumsticks are not just made for jazz. Okay, they're inspired, but jazz drummers are a little bit more for that. But as we are going to talk now, don't think of them just about jazz. You can use it for everything. In fact, that's the thing. You have to try. You can try these models, no? So it's all I have to say about the collection. Today or this week, I've been using the MJC1, which is the first model. They are all called 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is the first one, the model 1. And let's talk about it. Okay. First, the sizes, as always. Okay, the length is. No. First of all, as always, I was about to forget about that. Here you have a picture of the drumstick. Okay, here you have it. Okay, I hope you're seeing the drumstick. As you see, it's kind of normal, but we have different cool things here. Okay, first of all, the length is 16. It's a little bit more than 16, and 1/8 inches. So it's a little bit longer than a regular 5A or 5B, which is 16, as you know. So you can see that. No, sorry, this is standard 5B. If we compare one with each other, just as you can see, this a little bit more in this one. But it's pretty interesting on this. About this is, as you can see, the length. I mean, the neck. It ends just exactly in the same point. So this extra, that extra of length, it's just the tip. It's kind of it's like the tip has been stretched a little bit. So it's important, I think, because I think it has influence on the balance of the drumstick. It's different that imagine you can have this exact same drumstick, but with more length here. So it's, you know, the neck it's also goes more farther away. So in this case it's just the same. The length until the if we compare the neck, it's just at the same point. So it's the tip which is longer in this case. That's about the length. The diameter of the grip is like the 55A from VicFirth, which is in the middle. It's 0.58, which is in the middle between 5A and 5B, a little bit closer to the 5A in this case. And it's curious, the last, I don't know, maybe the last 3 or 4 models, more or less, many of them has been this measure. It's not my choice, it just happens like that. So that's the grip, okay? As you know, I like that grip, it's super comfortable for me. So it's great for me, good option. Okay, about the taper, it's a medium taper, they call it medium, but it's longer than the standard medium taper from 5A or 55A or 5B or whatever. It's longer. We can compare that too. In that case, if we put this together again to the neck, I don't know if you can appreciate that there. No, these are the same, so it's just the same. This is the 5B. So if we compare these two, let's say that this is the 5B, so it's more or less like around here. In this case, it's around here. Okay, so we have more taper in this one. Okay, I'll talk about the taper later. And finally, the tip, it's kind of oval tip, super long tip, and so we have a lot of surface. So that's the measures of the drumstick. Let's talk about each part, okay? First of all, for me, this after watching all the models and analyzing a little bit each one, I think this is maybe the most multi-purpose drumstick of the collection, okay? I think it's because the other ones we're going to know each one, but this one I think is maybe the better for that. If you are looking for a standard drumstick for all styles, maybe this could be the choice for you. Why I'm saying that? Okay, I'm going to explain. First of all, the weight. Okay, it's a kind of weight. It's kind of heavy for a standard jazz drumstick. Okay, it's a 555. This more or less the same weight. Extra long, so a little bit more. More tip, more weight also. So in fact, when VicFirth explained this drumstick, you can check that out in the videos on his webpage or in YouTube. And one of the main characteristics of this drumstick is the weight, because they say that you can get more sound, more presence to the get more presence to the from the ride. Okay, that's because of the weight. When you hit, have more weight, you have more sound. So I think it's totally true. When you hit with this, the ride, you can get a powerful ride sound if you want. So that's one thing. Okay, the weight is more. I think it's super good for all styles. It's not too heavy, but it's great because also the diameter is more than a 7A or 8D or 5A even, so you have also more weight. So I think the weight is more fits better in all styles. Okay, that's about the weight. About the taper, okay, I have to say that I love this taper, the length of this taper, because it's kind of in the middle between a standard taper that sometimes for me I think I need a little bit more of rebound, or the feel is sometimes it's too heavy for me, and this kind of in the middle length sorry, it's really nice, super comfortable to the bounce you get, and it's for me it's great. I think it's a great measure. Of course, if you are looking for something more extreme for playing super fast swing or something like that, we have more extreme options, as you know, the rare skin, blah blah blah, all that options, which are awesome too. But in that case, as you know, you sacrifice also the power, or the strokes are not so powerful. So that's why I think that this is a great option. Okay, I prefer this taper than the standard one. I think it's great. It's a good length for me. About the tip, this is the same. I think it's the same tip that I tried when I tried the Tama, which one, the Tama model, which was the oak drumstick. Is the same kind of tip, and I have to say that it's really nice to play. I talk about sound now. Okay, it's super, for me it's great sound, especially in the snare. I love the sound you get from the snare with this one, because it's a lot of surface. It's kind of round, powerful sound. For me, it's kind of fat too. I was using this drumstick with a Gretsch, with a Brooklyn Gretsch snare, which is 14/6.5, tune low, and with a big fat snare sound. Oh my god, you get an awesome sound, super deep and super fat sound, which is great. And I think that the tip is it's great for that too. And for the ride, as they say, as VicFirth says, you get a lot of overtones. It's kind of open sound, which I love, and I think sometimes blends better with other styles. Maybe for jazz, it's curious. Maybe for jazz, it's not my favorite option. Although, as you know, you can change the angle and you can get different sound from the ride. But if you don't want to, you have to worry about that. Maybe you have. I think you have. For me, I have other options that I prefer for jazz. But about the ride, I'm talking now. But for a more, kind of in the middle sound for all styles, pop, rock, fusion, and I don't know, funky or whatever, you get a really great sound from this. Super open, super. I think it's great. I like the sound. And what I like too is that it's a great combination. The extra taper you have with this tip, it's kind of, you get a balance between, okay, with the longer taper you get more rebound, but with this tip it's just the opposite. It's you have more surface hitting, so you get less rebound, but they kind of balance one each other. So I think it's super. I felt super comfortable with this playing. In fact, I have to say I love this drumstick. I'm gonna use it for sure. It's going to my drum bag now. As you know, it doesn't happen always, but I prefer this. For me, I prefer this model than a standard 5 or 5B. I like it. I like this the balance I have with this. Maybe as I always do, not for all styles. I'm not looking for that, but I think it's a great option, and I think you have to give it a try if you are looking for something like that. Especially the taper, great length. So I think it's all I have to say about the drumstick. As I always say, give it a try if you can. I'm going to I'm gonna try to test all the collection. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not gonna do it, you know, one after each other. I prefer to, you know, to change in the middle, put different drumsticks in the middle. But for sure I'm gonna try all the series. In fact, I have another one for not next week. I'm gonna talk to you about next week now. Okay, about next week. Let's go for that. Okay, something new for the next week. I've been really thinking about this, and because like lately I always love brushes, and because I lately been using brushes a lot for swing and a band that I'm playing now. Next week, I think that for next week I'm going to do a special episode or chapter or whatever you want to call it about brushes. Okay, I'm going to talk about the 4 models I've used until now, which are different one from each other. I've been always changing the brushes, the brush for trying to, as for drumsticks, trying to find the influence on every part and blah blah. Try to find the best one for me. So I think it's a good idea, because I know many of you have interest in brushes, or maybe you've never used brushes, but it's an opportunity for me to show you different options and different parts and something. What are the things you have to take care of when you are looking for a brush? So that's for the next week, okay? Instead of doing, I'm not gonna do one episode of VicFirth brush, no, it's just kind of a special edition, the Drumstick special edition, for brushes, okay? I think it's great. We can talk about that, and it's kind of a drumstick too. So okay, that's for the next week. Have a nice week. Keep practicing, keep drumming, and see you next Sunday. Okay? Goodbye.